Well, I hope you're having a great day and hope you're having a great week. You know, this past Sunday, I came to the church with a heavy heart and discussing my retirement plans with them. It's been a great 31 years, been a wonderful time, but I recall what Adrian Rogers said when he was asked about his retirement. He said, it's not so much the when, but the why. Well, for me, it's really kind of the same thing and two different parts of the same thing. The why, first of all, should be pretty obvious to everybody. I'll be 70 years old this week. 31 years of ministry here, and even though that's a short time for me, I think probably a long time for you. And then most of you know, we have 7 grandchildren, all living somewhere else, all growing up without us being a part of their lives. And then we do have a parent that is in a memory care unit and needs our help as well. And so all of that's the why, and yet that's been the why for the last couple of years. So why now? What about the when? Well, as you know, since August of last year, we have just been having a banner year. It's been a great, blessed year of God. In fact, 107 children were saved during the last VBS, Vacation Bible School. It's been a wonderful year, and yet between, say, middle of March and Mother's Day, there was a kind of a lull there. And anytime that happens, of course, most pastors, including myself, go to the Lord and say, God, what's going on? What can we do? How can we tweak this? Let me pray. Are we praying enough? Are we doing this enough? And so God usually sort of gives me a list every year, 6 months of a few things that need to be done, but nothing really was coming. And I asked him a question that have asked him before. And the question was, God, is it me? Is it the timing right now for me to step out of the way and let someone else come in? Do we need a different voice here, a different face, a different vision? And the answer was yes. And it was emphatic yes. I was kind of taken back by it, but within minutes, I believe God really gave me a perfect peace about it. And if you're wanting to know about God speaking to your heart, I just preached on out of the book of Jonah this past week. So go back on either Facebook or our website and review that message. I think it'll help you in this announcement and also in making decisions in your future. But getting back to the retirement, you know, we struggled with it, but over the next few weeks, God really gave us a peace about what needed to happen in our church. And so right now, if I did not obey God, then whoever God was preparing for us during the next several months would not be there. If I waited 2 years, he wouldn't be there. And so I would be not only throwing myself out of God's will, but affecting the entire church as well. So going forward, that's the question, what happens next? Well, first of all, we're going to have a search committee voted on by the end of July, and then I'm going to personally train that committee along with maybe even some outside help for additional training. And so then we'll start looking for the next pastor. I'm going to be as much help as they want me to be, and yet as little help as they don't want me to be, all right? So I'm just going to be available to the committee as they search for the next man of God to come and pastor the church. And also it's going to give me time to be here to help the school get started off in a really good way. In fact, Pam and I plan to be here through the end of the year. And so our retirement's not today, not this week, not this month, but it's an announcement of a retirement that's going to come at the end of the year. So I challenge you to remain faithful and look to the future. I've been assured that all of our ministers are staying the course, and I challenge you to do the same. You know, God called us here 31 years ago, and now He's calling us away. And as a member, God called you here, and you need to stand strong as part of the church family until He calls you away. We will be here through the end of the year. We'll have both feet in. We're not going to have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We're going to be fully engaged. I'll be making decisions as though I'm going to be the leader here, the pastor here this time next year, because someone will need that leadership a year from now. Somebody's going to be in my place. So let's join together. Let's join together. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy the ministry together and end on a high note these next 6 months. Let's getting the church, as we get the church ready for the new pastor and the next chapter of ministry. We love you. Pam and I love you. No matter where we are, we will always feel that this is our church home. God bless.